Available that tell great stories of athletic achievement.
On the shelves of every bookstore and library. But Penny, what about a book that chronicles failure in sports? It is a novel idea that a man from Huntington has taken literally, called Baseball and the Blame Game. Keith Morehouse joins us now with more on a book that's pretty tough on some athletes.
But you know, what an intriguing idea.
Well, think about it, yeah.
Everybody's ever followed baseball. Most people know of the gaffes.
Oh, yeah.
And he just puts them out here for us.
Bill Buckner.
Yeah, well, that's the one, right? You can tell what the book is about by its very first line. Quote, baseball is the first thing that most men fail at. Which is a pretty good point if you think about it. From there, an author named John Billheimer writes about baseball's greatest foibles.
Euclid makes the juggle and drops it. It's a foul ball.
Kevin Euclid won't have to worry about being included in John Billheimer's book, The Blame Game. And lucky for him, others haven't been so fortunate.
Ever after 1908, he was called Bonehead.
John Billheimer's an accomplished mystery writer, but his love for baseball brought him to this topic: players and the error of their ways.
Yeah, I can't tell why baseball. It's like asking an addict why marijuana. You know, I've never been hooked by football or basketball, but I grew up playing baseball. Grew up rooting for the Indians and the Reds.
In the book, there are chapters called Passed Balls, Wild Pitches, Asleep at the Switch, a great history lesson in forgettable plays that have never been forgotten.
I got to wondering how many of these legendary scapegoats like Fred Merkle and Bill Buckner really deserved it. And when I got into that, I started asking, well, you know, this thing that Buckner did, a lot of other players have done just as badly, but nobody remembers their name.
And not even fans are spared. Yankees fans will always remember Jeffrey Meyer, who got in the way of Tony Tarasco and made this Derek Jeter ball a home run. And what about Steve Bartman with the curse of the Cubs? Reaches out and deflects this foul ball that Moises Alou could have caught. Baseball lore and all images we'll never forget because of the constant barrage of coverage.
You see the ball going through Buckner's legs over and over again. You see Kirk Gibson pumping his fist as he goes around the bases after hitting that home run off Dennis Eckersley. There's kind of sort of iconic images in baseball that are perpetuated by ESPN.
Now, interesting footnote to the book. In the epilogue, Billheimer writes about growing up in Huntington and playing baseball for the legendary former Huntington High coach, Doug Greenlee. And, Tim, what this does is it kind of shines a light on society. What we do to these people who make one little mistake.
One little mistake,
boy,
right.
If they gauged all our work by one little mistake, we'd be out of a job, huh?
Like every day.
Yeah, it's interesting. Very intriguing book.
Yeah, that's for sure. They do. They live up to a different standard. That's
sure
for sure.
do.
Hey, thanks, Keith. Your 6 o'clock news starts right now.
Covered.